And so I've never really looked at the 8 to 5 thing, or 7 to 5, or 8 to 4, or whatever it is. I know that when I leave here in the day, if I don't have a ball game, I probably got a fundraiser somewhere, and I'm on, a half a dozen boards and charitable organizations, and happy to help out as long as it comes on me about helping other people in need at all different levels and degrees. I mean, some really more serious than others. But it taught me valuable lessons at age 14 on, okay, you got to get back to your community. You need to help people like yourself who are in need. So I've always kind of used that as a backbone. I'm getting to the age now where you can only handle so many events a year where you can't say yes to everything, but I have my favorites. Let me say right up front, U.S. Bank has been tremendous in allowing me to do, or I should say they've been extremely flexible and understanding of what this University of Iowa thing is. I mean, most of the people here are season ticket holders or have been down through the years, especially the old First National Bank group. And I came here because of Mike Riley and Bruce Merriweather, who were two of the bigger Hawkeye. Well, Mike obviously was a great Hawk, is a great Hawk, still in many people's memories. But so when the opportunity came along, I simply went to the bank and I said, hey, look, if you want me to walk out the door today, I will, but this is going to occupy a lot of my time between Labor Day and April Fool's Day. Hopefully we're still playing basketball in late March. I said I would be willing to stay in a part-time basis and work as much as I could with the bank, because obviously being the voice of the Hawkeyes gets you in a few doors that perhaps you might not get in. And they were more than willing to do that, and I had already been at the bank for 10 years when this job came along. So I think they knew they were getting an honest day's work. As you know, an Iowa broadcast is so unlike any other broadcast. It is a real social event for listeners. Part of that is Iowa, being an ag state, has always been a great radio state. And it hasn't changed a whole lot from when I was growing up in the 60s listening to Zabel and Gonder and Bob Brooks. They talk about politics on the air. They talk about a lot of different things. How's the family? How are the grandkids? And so understanding the news events of the day, the civic events of the day, because they're always, the listeners are always sending you notes about anniversaries, and my uncle served at Pearl Harbor. So it's good to know what's going on in the outside world, other than just being pigeonholed into who is Iowa playing that day. And so I read, as hard as it might be, I read the financial page and the news section of the Telegraph Herald as much as I do the sports section.